welcome back to Finland again.
Thank you.
Now on a festival gig. What is the best memory from Finland so far? Do you have any memories?
Well, I like Helsinki a lot, you know. It's a lovely town. And I enjoyed wandering through its streets last time I was there.
So now with the new album, it's really more hopeful album than Meds.
I'd like to think so, yeah, because that was our intention. You know, I think with a little bit of distance we felt that Meds, even though it was very well executed and very powerful record, that it didn't really offer the listener a great deal of hope. And this time around we wanted to do something that was more colorful and a little bit more inspirational for people.
Was it your intention when you started to make the album that is your life so much better, or where did
I'd like to think
from?
so as well, yeah. You know, that would be nice, yeah.
In many reviews, the people have been written that this is like the new coming of Placebo, that you have found yourself again. Do you think so yourself?
Well, I hope so, you know. I mean, we're pretty much a brand new band, so it's a fantastic position to be in after 15 years to sort of kind of start again. So there are aspects of what we're doing right now which feels like some kind of renaissance, yeah.
So you have a new drum player. What kind of influence did he have on the album?
Well, you know, he's from California, so, you know, he's very young, so he's only 22, so, you know, I'm the same age as his mother. It's kind of funny. And so he's like, you know, he's very breezy, very, you know, always looking for the positive thing, you know, in every situation, you know. And he's also very enthusiastic because he's never experienced any of these things before. So everything that he's experiencing is like he's doing it for the first time, and that's really, really nice to be around.
How do you think your music has changed during these 15 years?
It's really not for me to say. You know, I make it. You know how, and it just exists. It's what it is to me. Everybody else can, you know, journalists can spend a lot of time writing about what they think. You know, and I don't really care. You know, I just want it to be. I just want it to communicate emotion to people.
Is there any older songs that you won't even play anymore, like from Pure Morning or stuff like that?
Yeah, Pure Morning we don't play anymore. Nancy Boy we don't play anymore, simply because we just don't feel connected to them at all. And we don't like to go on stage and pretend just to make people happy. Because you could get thousands of other jobs and do that. You know, this is a unique thing that we can do where we can actually sort of conjure up some kind of magic. And you can only do that when you are actually in a context which is about some form of truth. And to go on stage and just pretend that you like this song just so that other people can mosh, I'm sorry, it's empty. It's not truthful. So, you know, we choose not to lie to the audience.
Is it also from personal reasons that you can't relate to those songs?
We just don't think that they're very well-written songs, you know? I have to be honest about it, you know. I don't think that they're my best work, and they embarrass me, so, you know, so I'm not going to play them on stage.
So what's the worst one?
I think Pure Morning, you know. It's for me, it's not really about the music, it's just about the lyrics, you know, the writing, you know. I think I've improved since then. Well, I'd like to think, you know.
So now when you're touring with this new group, how has it been so far, this tour?
So far, so good, you know. It's just the beginning, which is kind of daunting. But when I look at all the dates that we're going to play, I mean, everything's planned up until next year already. So to have your life planned out like that, it's quite a daunting prospect. But it also just means that we're going to really, really get very, very good at the songs that we're playing. And I'm looking forward to that.
What are going to be the hit singles from the new album on stage?
Well, you know, it's a festival, so tonight we're going to be playing, you know, a little bit from the new album, but we have to really mix it in with some stuff that people know quite well. You know, when they come to our own shows, then we can afford to be a little bit more obscure and, just more obscure in general. But, you know, this is kind of... You know, a festival is sort of like a beer picnic with the, you know, sort of soundtrack. bands playing, and so we're kind of the soundtrack to the beer picnic, and our job is to sort of get people moving and to let them have a good time.
Finland is well known as a heavy metal country, and tomorrow the headliner is Manowar. Do you think you have to win people over in here different than in other countries?
I'm not even going to compete with a dinosaur like Manowar. No, I feel no pressure whatsoever.
So you don't have any motorcycles or stuff like that?
No, I can't even drive a car. So no. So you see, I'd rather sort of play a song really well and sing a song really well than feel like I have to come on stage with a motorcycle in order for people to clap.
Yeah. I have to ask you
Besides, you got to be careful with the old motorcycles, because if you're anything like Rob Halford from Judas Priest, you can ride your motorcycle onto the stage and then ride it right off the other side of the stage, which happened to him a few times, and I think it hurt.
Yeah, but it's good TV.
I suppose, but then so is Saddam Hussein getting hanged. That's good TV,
Yeah.
Everybody likes to see other people suffer, which is why I don't really watch that much TV.
What do you see is the biggest threat nowadays to music business? Is it the internet or?
No, it's these stupid competitions that you get on TV, which are basically giving pop music a bad name. I don't know what they're called if you have it in Finland or not, but we call it in the UK. It's called Pop Idol or
we have
X Factor, kind of thing. And they should really change the names to incorporate the word karaoke, because that's all it really is. It's a karaoke competition that is designed to fill the pockets of the phone companies and the TV companies, and sell a dream to these poor, innocent, impressionable people, that they have in the competition of great stardom, when in fact the only people who profit are the phone companies and the TV company itself. It is extremely rare for any of these people who win them to actually go on to have a substantial career afterwards, and they become broken people. It's also giving one aspect of pop music sort of such a such a platform that people are forgetting that, for me, it's giving pop music a bad name. Everybody thinks that sort of sounding like Mariah Carey or sounding, is pop music, when in fact it's not. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, and in the 80s when you had artists who were mainstream artists working within the pop arena, and what they were doing was they were actually making music which was very avant-garde. If you listen to Kate Bush's material, it's really quite out there. And same with the song like, for example, Ashes to Ashes by David Bowie. It's a really, really kooky pop song, and that just doesn't really happen anymore.
Do you think young people have really, they don't really know what the work is? They just think you go on stage and sing something?
I think another main sort of cultural problem is People magazines and celebrity gossip magazines, and it sort of elevated this idea of celebrity to actually being a job or like something worthwhile achieving. And in the old days, before this kind of cult of celebrity existed, celebrity was a byproduct. Being famous was a byproduct of actually doing something differently from others that set you apart and working really, 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 really hard. Now today, that's how most celebrities sort of I could say about 50% of celebrities actually achieve celebrity through doing that. But then you have this whole group of people who are famous for being famous, who don't actually do anything. And I think young people are beginning to aspire to that as if it's actually worthwhile, when in fact it has absolutely no cultural significance whatsoever, and is actually very shallow, hollow, and empty.
Also, they have a lot of rumors in those magazines. What's the best rumor you've heard about yourself?
I don't know. I don't read them.
So no one has told you, like, oh my God, we heard that you're dead?
Not yet, no.
That's really good.
Yeah. I'm quite happy about that. Yeah.
But can you walk on the streets like?
Sure.
But there's no paparazzis
no, not yet,
chasing you?
No, thankfully not, no. I mean, I have been papped several times, yeah. But in general, I can lead a pretty regular life,
So also the young people get inspirations from a band like yours. Have you heard any bands that sound totally like your band.
No, I think that's impossible.
So what can we expect from tonight's gig?
A non-metal rock show. Yeah. But a good one nonetheless.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.